Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we would love to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who were well. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect that preach this truth throughout the four corners of the globe. It's going to allow the friend to do so now more than ever. Shalom. All right, and this is just an in-transit lesson, and I'm entitled, "The Mirth of the Land is Gone." All right, and basically what put the spirit on me to even choose that as a topic was that somebody sent me a video of downtown Cleveland when the Cavs had won, when they won the championship, which actually was, I believe, what year was that?
2016.
2016. That was a year. That was it would have been today. You know, that would have been today in 2016. Because what's today, the 19th?
20th.
The 20th, well, yesterday. You know, and somebody sent it to me, and basically Cleveland was going, man. Everything was lit. Everybody was in a mirthful spirit. Everybody was happy, excited. You know, there was more things to do in the city. It was a lot of folly, folly going on. You know, and everybody was happy. Everybody was turned up. Just based off the Cavs winning a championship, man. All right, but now you don't see that type of spirit no more, man. You don't see nobody turned up, everybody happy, everybody carelessly rejoicing in their folly. You see people struggling now. You see people lamenting, people crying out. You see motherfuckers actually going through hardships and things like that. Even like a person, family members and stuff like that, a person who was in the family, or a fan of the family, somebody who was known for having substance, now they're complaining about lack of substance, man. People are starting to struggle on a high level, you know, where people are resorting to suicide, people resorting to different crimes and things of that nature just to get by, or just to get out of this situation. It's because of the mirth is going, man. All right, Cleveland is sometimes, shortened, called, some people in Cleveland, a lot of people call it the land. You know, it's known to be called the land. But the mirth of the land is gone, man. And not just here in Cleveland, but everywhere around the world. This is Isaiah chapter 24. And I'm gonna start at verse 4. It says, "The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish." And what does it mean to languish? To basically lament, to be in a sorrowful, sad spirit, man. Okay, and why is the people in that spirit? It's because the earth is literally fading away. Everything that people, resources, everything that people need to survive is slowly being stripped away from them. Not only that, but the Lord is literally taking that happy, joy, bread and circus spirit out of the earth as well. There's no more safety and peace within the earth. People don't feel safe and peaceful in their own neighborhoods, even if you do live in the suburbs, man.
I was gonna say, when you go into the etymology of that word language, you're gonna see it's gonna say approaching death. You know, and people approaching death mentally, because like you said, that happy ghost spirit is leaving. The mirth is leaving, as it's gonna say later on in Isaiah the 24th chapter, and the things that these people find comfort in, going out to the clubs, going to motherfucking Red Lobster and things like that, even that's starting to slowly but surely not take joy in that anymore.
It says Isaiah chapter 24 verse 5, it says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
Beginning with Esau, Edom.
Exactly.
Okay, the wicked that's ruling here in these latter days. Okay, he is the reason why the earth is defiled. Okay, why you got animals beaching themselves. I think they just found like tens of thousands of animals dead. I can't remember which beach. He is the reason that this is happening. But also the people that he is ruling over. Also, he taught them to transgress the commandments.
Exactly.
Okay, that's why you got man on man, woman on woman. Okay, that's why our people caught up in all type of witchcraft and sorcery, doing drugs and things like that.
And another thing too, you made mention of Esau Edom. He has put in witchcraft on the people. You know, he has highly deceived the people into believing a lie, man. To the fact where they believe a lie according to medical health. They believe in a lie according to religion. They believe in a lie according to just actual facts in nature and things of that nature. Everything this devil has prescribed has been lies or deceit, man. Okay, so that right there, it could put oppression on you right there, man. The witchcraft he put through these different outlets, through his technology, the shit he doing to the food, look at what he doing to the air. It's putting everything at a low vibration, at a low level.
I got a quick precept.
Con.
It's Job chapter 13 and verse 4. It says, speaking of the wicked, okay, Esau Edom, okay, the so-called white man beginning with the elites. It says, but ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. Okay, and when you go into the word forge, it's gonna say to smear or to cover up. So they cover up everything with lies, and that deceives the people into believing as if it's the truth. And it also says they are physicians of no value. A physician is meant to heal you, but everything that Esau Edom pushes out as if it's gonna heal you, it actually destroys you. Okay, whether it be in the pharmaceutical industry, taking the different pills, whether it be the Big Macs and the Whoppers, that destroys your body, and it's not even real meat. Everything that they push out is they are physicians of no value, as it says. Okay, meaning they are worthless.
Bob Kushah, Kwame Ali, can you grab Isaiah 47 in the last verse? I believe. Let me check it first.
He got the people under highly enchanted.
It's 57 in the last two verses.
This is Isaiah 57 and 20. It says, but the wicked are like the troubled sea when it cannot rest, whose waters cast up mire and dirt.
Right. So the Lord is comparing the wicked, who we know to be Esau, Edom, starting with the elites of Esau, Edom. He compared them into troubled waters that cast up dirt and mire, which is things that's not beneficial, unclean things that you can't do anything with or profit with. So just like troubled waters that bring forth, dirt, mire, and all this different defiled, unclean things, that's what Esau does, man. He's troubled on every side. So what is he doing? He's bringing forth all these unclean, defiled things to basically separate Israel from their power. Because that's really the main Esau's main goal is to keep Israel separated from their power, so that Israel cannot rise up against him and reclaim the earth back. Read that last verse.
Verse 21 says, there is no peace, saith my power, to the wicked.
Exactly. So in return, guess what? The wicked is receiving their peace right now. There's not going to be any. The Lord's not going to show any mercy, comfort, or peace toward the wicked, man. For the judgment that he has issued forth, which the Lord really used him to do, he's going to get rewarded. No type of peace, no type of rest, man. And another thing, man, in order to talk about the earth, and the land having no mirth, you got to talk about Esau. You got to make mention of Esau, Edom, and these elites, because according to Job 9:24, they rule over the earth. So they the main reason why I say the earth fadeth away and the earth mourning. It's because of look who's ruling over the earth, man.
And also, when you read in Revelation the 6th chapter, that red horse, I believe it's verse 4, it's talking about Esau, Edom, and it was said that power was given unto him to take peace from the earth.
Exactly. And this devil that took peace from the earth, and you think the Lord gonna reward peace unto you? You're not even a peaceful person. This is Isaiah chapter 24, verse 6. It says, therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left.
That's going to be the end result, because the way things have been underneath the rulership of Esau, Edom, the curse of the earth is talking about the missiles. Okay, the inhabitants, it said they are desolate. Okay, few men ain't going to be left. It's only going to be the remnant of the nation of Israel. Okay, and a first crop of slaves from the elites of the Edomites and the other heathen nations. That's gonna be the few men left to make it into the next kingdom.
It says, verse 7, the new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. You see, nobody's in that merry-hearted state no more. Everybody's in a sighing and crying spirit, especially Jake. You know, even to the point where these Edomites is in a sighing and crying spirit, where they live a life where basically everything is handed to them. Scriptures talk about how they're not in trouble like other men. You know, so with that being said, now they're starting to feel the curses, being these heathens too. Now the curses starting to be flipped on them. But it's really being issued forth, the Lord taking the mirth away, man. The Lord's taking the bread and circus. He's taking away the substance, the resources that these people have been able to live off of, that's been getting these people by. The Lord about to take away all of that. The hedge, the safety. The Lord about to take away all that shit, man. Niggas ain't gonna have jobs. You ain't gonna be able to call the police or ambulance when there's an emergency, because they not gonna be at their jobs. There ain't gonna be no more, you know what I'm saying, civilian help for the civilians. There's not gonna be no more grocery stores, you know, just open. There's not gonna be any malls. There's not gonna be running water in your house. All of these things, and people know this shit. People see it coming. Certain Edomites, truth sayers and things like that, certain Jakes, woke Jakes and shit like that, they see shit coming. The only difference is they don't know how to prepare, because they don't have faith or spiritual heads. They don't have Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They don't have the knowledge of the scriptures. So they don't know how to prepare for this shit. So they're preparing carnally. That's not gonna save them though, man.
It's funny you said that, because you got a video going around. It was a brother out in the New Jersey camp, GMS New Jersey. And he had posted a link to his Odyssey. It was a quick, like a 6-minute video of an Edomite speaking, saying he got confirmation from multiple sources how it's gonna be a blackout that's gonna last for a couple months. Okay, and he said something along the lines, you know, going back to how you was saying people in the world, they try to prepare, but he was saying even if you prepare, you still gonna be caught off guard. So it's like the only true preparation is in the spirit and having faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Come on. You got a precept out?
This is 2 16 and what's that where it said the victuals?
2 16 and like
20. Yeah, 21. The 2 16 and 21. Behold, the victuals shall be so good and cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in good cases.
Right, and an example of that is during the pandemic. During the pandemic, you know, Esau was giving out all them STEMI checks. You know, and everything seemed cheap at the time, even though it was a lot of shortages on a lot of shit. But everything, it seemed like, even after before the pandemic, during the pandemic, and a little bit after, that's when it seemed like everything was cheap. Gas prices went up at a certain point in time, but then they dropped back low. You know, certain things was cheaper, and the grocery, like things was cheaper, and it was affordable. And then Jake had the money just given to him from Esau with them STEMI checks, man.
But it said, but even then shall evils grow upon the earth. So even though things may seem like they cheap, because it seemed like that now. Like you said, prices went up, but then they came back down. So people then grew accustomed, and they became comfortable. Oh, well, it ain't as high as it was. So now it said they shall think themselves to be in good case. That's the being comfortable. Exactly. You know, that's the Esau telling them peace and safety, as the scriptures say.
Everybody hiring now. You got certain companies and things like that that's upping their minimum wage so they can have more workers. So now people looking at that as a convenient way to live, making more money, doing easy job and all this shit. But like the brother said, evils are going to increase. And when they increase, it's going to hit Jake out of nowhere, man. But the mirth being taken away from the land is part of the evil increasing. All right, back in Isaiah 24 and verse 8. The mirth of tabrets ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, and the joy of the harp ceaseth. Right, tabrets and harps, those are instruments to not only take spirits off you, but put you in a joyful spirit. But guess what? The Lord said that the tabrets, it says the mirth of the tabrets ceaseth. The noise of them, Salakia. Yeah, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the harp ceaseth. See, you're not going to find any comfort in the things that should make you happy anymore. The Lord's going to take all that shit away, man.
And even amongst family, because a lot of times when you know, Jake, when they have family get together, you know, barbecues or whatnot, you know, you got the music playing. But now it's getting to the point where at Jake and barbecues, you got people fighting.
Yeah.
Okay, you got Auntie LaWanda, Auntie Sharonda fighting and stuff like that. So that's even that's an example of the mirth of the tabret ceasing.
Scriptures also say how the daughters of music should be brought low. You know, it say verse 9, they shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it.
Going back to what you said, what you were speaking on earlier, like the things that people use to comfort them, you know, people use drinking. Some people, you know, the wicked of our people, they use smoking and stuff like that. But even when they do those things to find some type of comfort, they still not going to find it.
It says, verse 9, they shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. And what's when you think of city of confusion, you should automatically think of America, because that's what that's talking about, man. America is the city of confusion, but that's Babylon, right? Everything about this place is confusion, down to the gender neutral shit, down to the alphabet game, you know, down to the laws. The laws will have your ass in a maze, man. The laws that Esau prescribed is totally fucked up. Down to the food, down to the people. These people are confusing. Down to the religion. You don't know what, Jake don't know what the fuck to believe in.
That's why a lot of people believe in Christianity, because if I'm not mistaken, Christianity is like the biggest religion in the world. But there's been a lot of people leaving it. You know, because like you were just saying, the city of confusion is being broken down. All the lies and the deceit is being quenched, as it tells you in 2 Ezra the 6th chapter. And also it say every house is shut up that no man may come in, because it's gonna come a point in time where it's gonna be lockdowns again. You know, recently you had the here in Babylon Great America, they've been deploying troops. You know, so it's gonna come a point in time where people, they're gonna be trying to stay inside their house, trying to keep people from coming in. You're not, because it's not just gonna be the troops coming in, but it's gonna be other people running in their houses.
Exactly. You know, you're gonna have to worry about your neighbors. They not coming with motherfucking greetings, smiles, and help. You know, let's say verse Isaiah chapter 24 verse 11. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. And that's gonna be, the Lord gonna really show it when Jacob's trouble come. All right, that's when the Lord gonna really show that ain't gonna be no fucking mirth. You know, you starting to see it now in the brotherhood. Brothers barely smiling. Brothers is in that austere spirit, man. Brothers is preparing themselves for this shit, man. You got all these goofy niggas in the world smiling and doing all that smiling. Jake should not be in the spirit of smiling right now. Shit is about to, the Lord is really about to try us on a level. All these other people, they not ready for this shit, man. They don't even matter. They just casualties of war. This is really for us to endure this shit, man. This is for the elect, the men of the Lord to endure this shit. Because everybody else stands no chance. You got it out.
This is Ecclesiastes 7:2. It is better to go into the house of mourning than to go into the house of feasting. For that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart.
It says better to go into the house of mourning than the house of feast. It's better to be actually considering death, okay, to be considering calamities, than to be trying to plan the next party you about to go to, the next trip you about to take. It says, for that is the end of all men, okay, because everybody go experience mourning at some point or another, okay, because the scripture tell you how death is a sentence upon all flesh. And it says, and the living will lay it to his heart. And the living is speaking about those that got the truth, okay, those that got the Holy Spirit. They're the only ones that's going to consider being in a state of mourning, because the people the wicked of our people, majority of the nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native and Seminole Indians, they don't got the truth. That's why they not considering being in the state of mourning. They constantly trying to find mirth. They constantly in the house of feasting.
Because being in the house of feasting, having that mindset, that shit make you vulnerable. That make you vulnerable to everything outside in this world. But being in the spirit of suffering, see, the scriptures talk about multiple times how the heart is made better through sufferings. So being in that spirit of, you know, broken heart, contrite spirit, and you suffering, that's gonna make your mind stronger.
It's a saying it's a saying, how good times make weak men. You know, just loosely quoting that saying. You got it.
Verse 3 says, sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better.
See, it says sorrow is better than laughter, and by the sadness of the countenance. Because sometimes you gotta be put down, you gotta feel down before you could feel up, so to speak. Okay, because our people, they always want to Jake always want to feel good. So if you don't balance it out, okay, then that's abomination to the Lord. And if you don't balance it out, when the finally time for you to come down, you ain't gonna know how to handle it. You ain't gonna know how to control it.
That's why the Lord really require more of us, because we in this truth. A lot of times, and I'm speaking to myself first and foremost, a lot of times with Jake going through heavy shit, don't drink, you know, don't eat nothing. A lot of times try to fast, you know, because a lot of times when you going through hardship, the first thing Jake want to do is do something to comfort my flesh. Let me do something to comfort my flesh real quick. I've been going through this, I've been going through that. A lot of times the Lord requires of us, just go through that shit soberly, man. Don't grab no bottle. Don't get no type of, don't hit up get no box and none of that shit. Just go through that shit soberly, man. And see what the Lord requires of you. And honestly, see how the Lord is about to upgrade you. Because that's how the Lord upgrade his men, is through sufferings. But if you constantly run into comfort every time you suffering, how could the Lord upgrade you? How could he show these other motherfuckers what you made out of? How could he show his power through you if you just can't endure the suffering? You constantly got to keep going to your comfort.
Read that last verse again.
Verse 3, it says, sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better.
Also, when you make it through that morning, like the elder Jeremiah say, you got to go through it to get to it. Once you actually go through the state of mourning and you overcome it, you feel better. You know, you come out as that precious gold.
And that's the time you rejoice. That's actually a valid reason to rejoice. Because another thing too, Jake out here rejoicing, trying to find that mirth spirit, but for why? You know, Jake doing this shit just to boast of himself. Jake be doing all this folly and want to go out kick it just to get the vainglory of men. A lot of this mirth that Jake is in is really to receive vainglory of men and attention. That's why niggas do this shit they do. And that's how you know these niggas got feminine spirit on them, because that's what women do. Women do shit for the glory of men. Women do shit for attention. But was that it on that?
One more verse.
Verse 4 says, the heart of the wise is in the heart, so like is in the house of mourning, but the heart of the fools is in the house of mirth.
And that's what you see. Okay, you got the those, as it tells you in Ezekiel 9:4, those that sign and cry for the abominations. When you sign and crying, that's you being in that sorrowful state. That's you being in that mourning state. Okay, you got that, you got that, and then you got the distinction from those that's still in the house of mirth. Once again, trying to find some type of comfort in this world. Well, Yahweh said it, John 16:33. In the world you shall have tribulation. So for you to be trying to find comfort in this world, you only deceive yourself.
Exactly.
And that's why it says a fool's heart is in the house of mirth, because there is no mirth underneath the rulership of the wicked at the end of the day.
So, hey man, if you still trying to find mirth in this place, you're a fool. You know, if you're still trying to find happiness and joy in this world and not in this truth, you're a fool, man. And you're gonna keep disappointing yourself. That's all you're gonna do. Just keep disciplining yourself. But the men of the Lord who ready to take this suffering cheerfully and that's preparing themselves, those are the wise men. The men that's in the house of mirth and enduring it as a soldier, those are the wise men. Anybody trying to find peace, comfort, and mirth in this world, they're fools, man. All right, and the ball. So with that being said, Lord willing, is the edifying lesson. Hey man, the mirth of the land is gone. All right, you gotta deal with it. Shalom, shalom. Once again, double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well within this ministry and taught us this Mirth. Peace, love, and salutation to you brothers out there fighting hard in the faith. Peace, love, and salutation. Shalom, shalom. Mawathala babor.